Okay, everybody, we're up here. I figured I'd do this live. I titled it, What Happens When You Reject the Fullness of the Truth? Now, if you look into conventional history, you'll notice that everything is milk toast. You know what I mean? Everything is nice and smooth and nice and easy for your understanding. And that is the surface level knowledge, which is all lie, right? And people will get glimpses, especially when you come to my channel, because we get people that subscribe and unsubscribe for other videos, and I'm not gonna water it down so I can keep subscribers. It's not my goal. My goal is the truth, right? So the truth is a full thing, and it is not full of all pleasant things. People want to come into the channel and watch the videos that talk about America being the biblical promised land, but when we talk about us being the holy people and what the scriptures say about what happened to us here and the end result of all that, then they don't want to be a part of your channel no more. And I'm like, good. Anyone that's like that, go over there, because you're not a winter soldier. You're not about to fight with me in the winter. You're only gonna fight when the weather's nice, and you can see it in your countenance. And that's what these people are. They're not winter soldiers. They're sunshine soldiers, right? And when you come into the truth, there is no living like you did before and thinking, oh, this and that here. And even for us, there is no more of that. You can't go back to how it was. You can't be satisfied with the basic things of the world anymore. And that's the truth. And this is what our ancestors went through, because before the rejection, before we were, exiled in our own land and went through confusion and all the curses of Deuteronomy on this land, we had the fullness of the gospel, right? And we rejected anything that said that testified of our wickedness, right? And our society was destroyed. That's basically what's being prophesied in the Bible. It says that I'm going to set this law before you this day, and if you follow it, then you will have life in abundance and all these blessings. And if you don't follow this law, you will have all these cursings, right? I had to go off the curses, but we can go off the curses and the blessings, because there was a time where we ruled North and South America and basically the world. That, anyone that rules the Americas, like America does right now, like the 50 states does right now, ends up ruling the world. Any nation. That's how this works. Now, they want only pleasant things. That's why there's a verse that says, these people say, prophesy lies and pleasant things to me and not the truth. But that's why my channel, I just be so straight up, because I'm not even a prophet. I'm just going to do it right. These people aren't doing it right. They're not talking about the truth of the Bible. So they want to talk about sweet things and come to your channel and call you a racist and leave. I'm like, bro, really, bro? Report your Facebook, get it taken down. Really, bro? It's like, go ahead and do all that, because you know what? Our ancestors and our people have faced worse persecution than you taking now. I'm not even worried. You're like a low level threat. Anyone I touch with the information, when I had 5,000 followers on there, is booming. Is already not going to be the same. This information will never make you the same again, because you have to sit there and realize that everything is a lie. And once you start to do that, you don't have no limits no more. You know what I'm saying? There's no limits to things you'll look into, and all the legends and all the things they say is fake. Like, for instance, I was talking to the AI earlier, Copilot, and I asked it, what are the most discredited conspiracies, the number one most discredited conspiracy in the world? And it told me the Elders of Zion protocol, which I had heard of but never really looked into. So then I looked into it, right? And it turns out that's the whole conspiracy, that these imitation products, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't even say their names. These synagogue of Sataners, if you read Revelations, you know what I'm saying, are conspiring to basically rule the world through a series of wars and inflations and famines and all that. Yeah, I'm like, bro, that's already happening. So people are thinking like, oh yeah, the elites are gonna restart the society and they're gonna rebuild everything and they're gonna build back better and a great reset. Nigga, they're going out of power, nigga. That's why they building bunkers. They're not about to stay here. And then they just got on that poker face, you know what I'm saying, for their general people that believe the bullshit they put out. And it's a lot of people like anyone who doesn't understand that America is the land of promise, and all these biblical nations were here. If you don't understand that, you are so far away from understanding in God, because he would make sure you understand that. He would make sure that you came across the shit. He would make sure if he's calling you, he's gonna make sure you understand something. And people, they want to understand the parts like, oh, America's Egypt. But when you say, well, a lot of us are Egyptians and Sumerians and Israelites, and we're a mixed majority here, and this is our land that you stole, right? And you go and look at this history. That's bad. Like, look at all this history, and they go, oh, well, I don't want to talk about that no more. And that's the rejection of the fullness of the gospel. In the Book of Mormon, it says that the Gentiles be lifted up in the pride of their hearts above all the nations of the earth, and to the wearing of fine apparel, and are involved in many wars and priestcrafts and murders, and are filled with lies and all these terrible things. After that, fullness of the gospel from amongst them. That's why right now been happening. You know what I'm saying? Right now they're all about the love and blood of Christ, and I'm like, bro, how could you think that's gonna bail you out of 400 plus years of destroying the indigenous people of North America, who are the Israelites? And then you got the testimony telling you about all these things, right? And all the books among you, all these little books and parts they take out, and all these other books they got in America, they got the testimonies right there. A lot of them read them, but they can't never put it together in their head. It's not possible for them to put it together in their head, because the Most High don't fuck with them. And they got to come to us. And that's why it says, like, oh, the stranger will cleave to the house of Israel. And I've been seeing right now with all these eruptions, and I've been saying, and all these earthquakes and random freaky storms hitting America. Watch. The rest of the world is really going bad right now. Everyone's ultimately going to end up, if they live, up in the Americas, because he said he would summon all the nations of the earth. And that's what's going on right now to America. He would summon all the nations of the earth, right? To the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which, if you watch my video, that's either technically it's both valleys on the other side of the Okra Mountains in Utah, because it said, the prophecy says that the mountain was split in two, and the valley will become bigger, and that will be so they're all telling you, like, oh yeah, you see this insurance companies pulling out of California, right? People don't understand this. Why are the insurance companies pulling out of California, not offering home insurance in California? Because they know what's going on, and the border's open, and everything's going to shit. Everything's going to shit. And there's still people that reject the full truth. And it's like, you could clearly see what's going on. Any nation that was founded in wickedness goes down in wickedness. America is an exact replica. They came here and rebirthed the Roman Empire. They used the same cities that Rome used, like DC is Rome. They don't want to tell you that, but it really used to be called Rome, Maryland. And then we know, if everything in the Bible is happening over here, if you study the channel, then you know that Rome has to be here. So Rome ruled coast to coast here. Rome had providences from Judah, which is all the way in Utah, to Lebanon, which is all the way in California. And this is easy to come up with, because you have to know Lebanon is in California, because in Oregon, because the cedars of Lebanon, these plants, they're not going to clear the whole cedars of Lebanon, but the ones they set up in their fake promised land is not a match. So they got a fake promised land to imitate the truth of gospel. That's why I tell you that all music comes from black people. Well, it is true. Music does come from us. I only got a black. Huh? Nah, man, sorry. I could cut you down on this. Here, I don't even need the rest of this. I could just go get another one today. I gotta go to the store anyway. Good luck, bro. Good luck. Man, people just come in and blow your line. Yeah, but that's really the truth, guys. Like the history of North America, the history of the world is all a lie. Like that's why you got maps showing that from the 1500s that Asia is countries in Asia are over here, and then when you look at the what is it called? When you look at the old maps, they directly tell you all the old maps directly tell you they got Kapango over here, which is Japan. They got all this stuff on the East Coast that should not be there, but it's there. And then they'll tell you that this is a mistake that the people in the 1500s made when they were designing the maps. They just got confused and thought Asia was a part of North America. And I'm like, no, because there was more than one Asia and there's more than one India. And if you read the writings from the pre-Columbian explorers of America, you'll clearly see that it's not play. It's not a game. See, they're the kind of people where we got our history and we don't have to explain any of this or make any of this match, but you don't question it. You get what I'm saying? Like you're lying out to question us. You just accept what we say as absolute truth. But anything you say, any research you do and come up with, those are conspiracy theories. That's not accepted by any of the scientific consensus. And then the idea of a scientific consensus is so fucking wrong. How could you, like, for instance, there's scientific consensus on global warming and stuff like that. But when you get the majority of scientists together that relate to that topic in one room and discuss that? Oh, never, never. You got a bunch of freaking corporation owners and bigwigs in the global industrial complex to come together and make those decisions. And they say they got scientists, but all the scientists they got are on their payroll. And all these decisions benefit them. And then when you try to explain this to a white person, they'll swear to God you're racist. And that's why I be putting up videos of white people explaining it to them. And I got lots of them. I'll put them up because I don't want to come off, but that's the truth. You want to? Do you want the truth or you want your feelings hurt? Because you can't just pick what comes with that. The truth is going to hurt, and if the truth don't hurt, then you're being lied to. That is how the world works here. And when you reject this fullness of truth, you are in a false sense of security and invincibility, like America right now. What is America trying to do? Trying to fight all these fronts on multiple countries and what? We're not about to win that. We're not about to win nothing. We can't even keep our border closed. People talking about power outages and all this weird shit. You know what's going on, bro? It's exactly as it was prophesied. If you read the Essene prophecies, I believe that's what it's called. I'll put it in the link of this video after I upload this video. Um, it talks about how at the end of the world, all men would begin to run to shed blood, like a global war would come, right? And they wouldn't know that his judgment is coming, and when he's gonna pop up and catch them like right in the middle of all that. And that's really what's going on. I mean, people want to blame Russia and blame no, America is the big tyrant, bro. Who do you think installed all those dictators? Who do you think installed Hitler? America. Who do you think caused all that? That's what they do. They control both sides of all wars. It's the same people in America that do the same thing in London and the same thing everywhere else. It's the same thing. And their biggest war was the war for the Holy Land. And we know that's here. And they won the physical aspect of the war, and they were winning the mental aspect. But now that it's not a physical aspect right now, it's a mental. They're gonna lose the mental aspect. And what it means to lose the mental aspect of a war is it means that you're discredited and people don't listen to you no more. And nobody should listen to any of these people no more. No doctors, no scientists. I swear, unless they're telling you something basic that you already knew. And then even question that. They're trying to tell you, oh, you can't do this, you can't regrow teeth, you can't do this, you can't just heal yourself with songs and music. Oh, it turns out you can, and the music is geared up to not heal us. and it's at a certain frequency that doesn't resonate with the human resident frequency. And they make sure all the music they play through the devices and the TVs and the screens are hitting you with this negative frequency, right? So you stay there. But you'll come to my channel and be like, oh, I'm offended. Be gone. I'm like, good. Good, because you know what? I'm not going to prophesy lies to you. You want me to be like, you don't even question those churches you go to. Them niggas been lying to you since the 15, 16, 17, 14, 1300s. They've been putting out the same lies since all the way back then until now.
Ooh.
You never question anything they said.
Lost your damn life.
So how come you gonna come and question me? Go back and question the dogs of your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you can't question me, but if you've been believing those people, I'm like, but if you're gonna question me, you better start by questioning them, because then you're gonna figure out. Don't ask me if I'm lying. Ask me if they lying. Yeah, the people we be catching with the tunnels underground, the people that be having the Black Sunday mask and shit like that with the children at night, and all the temples that all around here. It's the same thing going on in the Holy Land that was when the Jews went down. Burning the children to Baal, ritual sacrifice, all that stuff is going on in the temple and the church down the street from you, nigga. You little white person, that goes on in your church too, nigga. Those are churches of Satan. Don't think that your pastor about to save you from shit. That nigga going to hell right with you. Nigga, he done taught you to go there. All right, but I'm gonna leave it at that, guys, because my nephew's trying to watch this PJ Man stuff, and y'all gonna hear that in the lives.